We have a lot of information about how you can get involved on our website, WSBA.com, but there is this crisis in foster care to find families. In fact, in Greenville County, there's a need right now for 100 families. So if you've ever thought about fostering, there's an event. It's happening next Tuesday called Fostering Hope. And Kaylee Lindquist, the director of Care to Foster, is here today to tell us a lot more about that. So this is a perfect opportunity. We happen to have done a feature on a family that is through your group, right?
Yeah, so Carrie is actually a huge supporter of Care to Foster and our parent organization, Fostering Great Ideas. So we're really grateful for her and her family and all the work that they do to serve kids just right in our own backyard.
So there is this tremendous need right now, right?
Right. So there is over 500 children in foster care in Greenville County, and there's only about 357 foster families. So obviously there's a gap. So we need over 100 foster families or families to step up and help us fill that gap so that children aren't leaving their home communities. So while there are great group homes, they're not going into group care. They really are going into loving, caring families.
So families get intimidated by this. They think it's not for them, or some other family does that, not me. How do you convince people they actually have the skills that are needed, like love?
Right. So I am a foster parent myself, and my husband and I started fostering. We don't have any biological children ourselves, so we didn't know that that was an option for us. But really, if you have a loving home, if you have a space in your home, you are qualified to do this. Of course, DSS and the licensing agencies have, requirements, but really what it takes is a family that's willing to step up and say, yes, how can I meet this need? Now, not everyone can foster, but everyone can do something. There are so many opportunities: mentoring, tutoring, becoming a guardian ad litem. We just need families or individuals to say, yes, I can do something.
All right, so you are doing something. You are setting up an event that happens to be coming up this Tuesday, which is why we pulled you in last second to get you on today. So tell us about the Fostering Hope event and what that will do for people if they're kind of thinking about it.
Right, so Fostering Hope is an incredible event. One of the things that I love most about our organization is there is no guilt, no pressure ever. We just want to spread the need and inspire families. So Fostering Hope has been done in 3 other counties, and we know this event works because it's real foster family testimonies about the barriers they faced. So a mom will talk about her fear of the impact of fostering on her biological kids, what that would do to their lives. A husband who was hesitant to foster will talk about, what were his concerns and what allowed his family to be willing and ready to take that step. A mom will talk about, that agonizing over having to say goodbye to a child she loves. And my favorite, we have a brilliant young man who was a teen in foster care, and he's going to talk to us about the power of being welcomed into a forever family and how that changed his future. He is now thriving, successful in college, and we are so excited to hear from him.
Oh, it's so powerful. The absolutely great opportunity. So where do people need to be? When do they need to be there?
Right. So Fostering Hope is Tuesday, November 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. at J.L. Mann High School. They can find us on Facebook just by searching Fostering Hope, or they can register on Eventbrite. So we encourage everyone to register, but if you don't have time to register, still show up.
Yeah, you want them there, one way or another.
We want you there, and I can guarantee that you won't regret it. There will just be so much power in hearing these stories because there is a need, and everyone can do something.
That's so exciting. We appreciate you being here.
Thank
you for your expertise.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and your passion. Coming up, we're getting ready for another week of high school